Scholar is very controversial. Gamers either despise him for how dog water they perceive him to be, or fell in love with the delusion that items were gonna be broken thanks to him. But it turns out everyone was wrong about him. Hoji-san is actually amazing, but not for the reasons Reddit thought it was. And that kinda has to do with the fact that a huge portion of the player base just doesn't play Deep of Night, which is the hard mode. For those unfamiliar, Scholar is one of the new DLC characters in Nightreign, and he's an arcane-focused support class that can buff, debuff, and use items harder than the rest. We'll go through each of these individually, so you can clearly understand what makes this guy insane, even if he never touched Nightreign before, which would be weird because why are you here then? Thanks? Okay, el autobús escolar is arcane-focused. What does that even mean? Arcane is one of the 8 attributes each character has, and while it does work very similar to strength and dexterity, as in it increases the damage of arcane scaling weapons, what it also does is increase the amount of status build-up you deal with weapons that have status build-up. As such, it's going to take less hits to proc status effects, most importantly Bleed and Frost, which deal huge burst damage. Bro has so much arcane that he can proc these with one hit against certain enemies. It's fucking marvelous. Enemies like trolls, for example, fucking hate their guts, which are very weak to Frost and Bleed, go down like flies. I savor every time they perish with it. I just see them bleed and shit and I'm like, I love it. Of course, this is more than garbage against enemies who are immune to said status effects, like the Black Blade Asshole, Dead Right Piece of Shit, or Hell's Tool. At the very least you can rot them, so there's that. If you start with a Caligo relic that gives you Chilling Mist, and with another relic that gives you Bleed on your weapon, you can have both status effects from the get-go and start schooling and lower the enemies. Speaking of schooling, despite having a C in intelligence, Bro is still a scholar, and he can impart his knowledge to nearby units by using his ultimate. This will make every enemy around him incredibly smart, thus giving them chronic depression, which causes them to receive a portion of the damage other enemies receive. It synergizes really well with his arcane, as proccing Bleed or Frost damage on enemies will make the rest of the units receive said damage. Striking bound units will also heal you and your teammates, and if enemies strike you, they will receive damage themselves. This shit does a lot of stuff. It becomes even stronger if you use his special relic passive. Continuous damage inflicted on targets threaded by ultimate art. For reference, a Charge Wilder ult deals around 800 damage to the test dummy. A School Bus ult with the relic deals around 640 damage, providing you never attack anyone. If you hit the enemies, it will of course deal more damage, duh. And yeah, Wilder has a relic that can increase the damage of his ultimate, providing the enemy stays within the fire. Don't get me wrong, it's still amazing, but it cannot hit every enemy on a camp with one ultimate, and this is the best quality about the School Bus to me. Speaking of school, did you know that school is not like Persona? Oh, you don't know what Persona is? I mean, understandable. It's expensive, and you don't have enough shekels due to your job situation. But I wouldn't worry about it, gordito lindo, because Instant Gaming has got you covered. Instant Gaming is your trusty go-to website to buy games, game cards, and subscriptions on big discounts for any platform of your liking, in case you're one of those little puggies allergic to job applications. You don't just have to look for the big titles that mark your status as a turbo god gamer. You can also find those $2 wonders that will hit you harder than any winning session. Christmas is upon us, and I said you should treat yourself to something nice. Perhaps Nightreign's DLC? It's got Christmas bakery for sure. Tormented Souls 2 is also out, and you may remember how much we praised the first one. Honestly, can't wait to try it out myself. Game availability and prices change daily, so be sure to check out Instant Gaming every day to find new entertainment for your rotting sumer attention span brain.
But I'm not done yet!
And of course, by clicking our link in the description below and creating an account, you can participate in our monthly free giveaway to win anything of your liking. No purchases necessary, so waste not any more picoseconds and click that juicy link in the description to instant all over the gaming for Christmas and yada yada yada. You know the drill. Thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. Back to the school bus. You can just walk into a camp, ult, kill everyone in 2 seconds with your team, and be on your way. I can't stress enough how strong this is. Especially in the early game, you make absolute bank in 2 seconds, like it's fucking insane. And it can be even stronger, but we're gonna talk about that later. What I would like to discuss now is his skill, Analyze, or as I like to call it, anal time. It can either buff you and your bodies, or debuff the enemies. The potency of each will depend on how long you analyze each individual enemy. For instance, in order of tier, the buff version gives you stamina recovery, maximum stamina, or a bubble that will reflect the next incoming enemy attack. It only lasts for less than a second, so you need to time it correctly in order to be effective. This can be used to stagger enemies out of specific actions, like Hellstorm's charge thingy, for example. It can be tricky to use, depending on the situation, but knowing it's there can end up being of some use. The buff version of the skill, though, becomes very interesting when you pair it with his special relic. Allies targeted by character skill gain boosted attack. It's basically a free 20% damage buff on cooldown for your teammates. If you ask me, this is the only buff you will ever need to apply with this guy. Maybe take it to level 2 to get the extra stamina buff, but anything else is pretty much unnecessary. Even his level 3 debuff is not great in comparison, which is an attack debuff on the enemy plus a one-time defense debuff. It's better to just buff your teammates all the time. The only instance I can think of where you choose the debuffs over the buffs is if you're playing solo, which is not something you're gonna want to do with this guy. El Autobús Escolar was made to play in trios. His ult heals allies, he can buff allies, his dodge is kinda dog shit, so getting focused by the enemy is not a good idea. His parry is not a reliable keep-off tool as the cooldown is quite large. You don't wanna use him in solo mode. And I can already smell the Redditors crawling out of the sewers to vomit the phrase, but have you seen his throwing pot damage? And yes, he can deal big damage with throwing pots on a dedicated build. The school bus has the passive of being able to learn more about the items he uses.
Knowledge.
The more he uses them, the more effective they are, up to level 3 rarity. In here, I have 5 improved throwing pot damage relics and a fire attack power up plus 3 relic. And I'm dealing 800 damage per level 3 bomba. And that's a lot. If you manage to have absolute gun rolls where you improve both bombas and fire damage, you can rack up insane numbers with it. This is unrealistic though, as the footage you're seeing was made with edited relics. Legal, but still edited, and very unlikely for you to get them. A build with 6 improved throwing pot damage is much more doable, and while in the regular game mode and lower deep of night this shit slaps, it becomes much less reliable in Profundidad 4 and 5, which is where we should be measuring the characters. Reddit night gamers really like to make the point that every character is viable if you use them correctly. But the problem is that they are measuring the character's worth in the regular game mode. And yeah, of course it's true in there. You can even get away with bonk being in the normal game mode. Literally anything can work. Deep of Night though is very different. According to the official statistics released by FromSoft, more than 60% of players never made it past Profundidad 2. In Profundidad 1 and 2, shit is still PCC, almost like the regular game mode, so it's normal for their views to be skewed, because the only point of reference they have is playing the easy modes. In deeper modes of Deep of Night though, enemies hit so hard and have so much HP that you just cannot rely on limited resources like bombas. I did an expedition with Bomba Scholar in Profundidad 4, and while the run was pretty alright, despite having paid the college tuition of the merchant's 67 children by buying bombas, it all went downhill at the end when I had to fight the ancient dragon. I was planning on saving the bombas for Hellstorm, but I just had to use some of them because even though I had frozen bolas with bleed, I was not gonna beat the guy. By the time I got to Hellstorm, I only had 8 bombas left, which wasn't even enough to beat his weak-ass first phase. And considering his second phase has nearly 22,000 HP, even with 20 bombs I would still need to fight him normally, with almost no combat relics. And this was only depth 4. Imagine what this shit will be like in depth 5. I tried this in trios as well, and the amount of attention the school bus needs to constantly not run out of pots, both from your bank account and your teammates, is just not worth the return. There is some use to the buffed items though. Buff prawns and crabs will give you extra maximum HP aside from defenses, which you can spread to your allies with a specific relic passive. Throwing knives can debuff enemies in level 3, but getting to level 3 can take quite a while. But the real best way to play this guy is by making the most out of his ultimate with this relic. Defeating enemies fills more of the art gauge. Its effect is pretty self-explanatory. When you kill an enemy, your ult gauge increases. If you happen to have both the +0 and +1 variations, it increases the gauge by a lot. Since most characters will defeat the enemies when the ult is used, the effects of this relic is diminished a little, as kills made with the ultimate do not count towards it. However, with the school boss, it does. So all you need to do is ult in a camp and watch as your ult gauge refills while the bound enemies die. This basically gives you perma ultimate, which turns this guy into a clearing machine. It's extremely useful during the expedition and not half bad during boss fights either. Now combine it with all of his other good things like the perma damage buff, boil crab, and throwing pot damage, providing you got the relics for it, and you have a really insane character. And I honestly think he may just belong in meta team comps for Deep of Night. However, sadly, that's not what I always thought of the guy. I initially thought he was dog shit. I even spread the word of him being dog shit. And like so, I must pay the price by exposing myself. The first 2 runs I'm gonna show you right now are me playing the character as you're supposed to do, with the correct relic setup. The 3rd run is gonna be me, trash-talking the character during the whole run like a moron because I wasn't aware of what he was capable of. I deserve it, to be honest. And yeah, here's the relic setup I use for the good runs, and yeah, bomba. Okay, let's see if we can make this guy work. Beautiful. That's what you get for falling in front of the scholar. I have ultimate again. We're ready for the meme. Let's go. Ow. Don't hit me, hit the enemies. That was beautiful. Look at my ultimate refill. It's beautiful. I kinda cooked with the build. Okay, level 2. I should be unstoppable now. Stop trolling. Why are you trolling? Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. No. Ult. No? Bueno. Okay, fine, time. The scholar is fun to play in trios. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh my fucking god. Hit the other enemies and you're gonna hit Warmface, I guess. Auxilio. Nice. What are those? Iframes on this man are dude. Guys, we kinda trolling in there. How are we fumbling it this bad on this guy? Oh my god. We wasted all of our time on this motherfucker. Insane. I wonder if Nameless King is gonna receive double damage. Because it's 2 targets that share a same life bar. Ult again, Undertaker. Oh, it's actually 1 target. Nice. I really need to learn the dodge timing with this guy. Be careful. I knew it. I dodged time with a feint, by the way. Nice. Recover my ultimate completely. I'm on my way. I'm analyzing. Ah, yeah. I didn't analyze properly. Fuck me. I am schooling. That wasn't half bad, to be honest. He's not that bad if you have those relics.
You're gonna just use the ultimate, yeah? Like at the low floor here. Let's just do it.
Yes, we should do it in the middle floor where all the enemies are though. Care.
Let's go on the Virgin nearby.
On my way.
We got the nice red ones, so you have ultimate already,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I lured only one.
He did a fucking 180. He was going for claw, he did a 180 and attacked me. Insane game. Nice. Now we go, we kill those guys, and I have my ultimate back. What the fuck just happened to me? I'm dead lighted. Insane range from this motherfucker. Scholar could really use a little bit more stamina.
He has like a longest stamina bar in the game.
Bueno. Beautiful. Kinda late for a sentient pest raid.
If I would get this type of player in Deep of Night that actually using like a build like yours, I would be happy. Like people saying that, for example, he's efficient with like throwables.
Nah, that's ass.
Yeah.
Get arcane shit, like Bleed Frost, and do that and whatever. You're Gucci. Easy. Who is it? Hellstor. Oh, that's kinda ass. I can't do shit. Don't do anything to Hellstor. Which one deals more damage? Oh wait, I can apply Rot.
Wait with Rot for the second phase.
Yeah, good point. Wi-Fi. Don't apply.
Ah,
It's not that Argentinian lag. What the fuck?
no, that was very low. I'm gonna ult. Oh shit.
Oh!
I tried to do the thing. Didn't work. Would be very nice if there was a relic that increases fuck. Analyze speed. All thanks to the scholar.
Aha.
I'm analyzing.
Tra.
What is that? Is that a guardian? He can do the same thing with his ultimate and revive and make you immortal? No, get out of here. Of course the scholar is gonna be the best support character in the game. You see, he can analyze. Look, he's analyzing. It's anal time.
Huh?
Someone really sat at the meeting board and said, yeah, this is the character that we want people to pay for. Oh look, it's an actually useful debuff. I wonder what it does. I bet it's a damage debuff like the scholar. It's as good as... Is it as good as the scholar, Chad? I don't know. Oh, look at that. The enemy exploded in a fucking million pieces. Wow. This guy is so bad. He deserves a slander video and he's gonna get it. Don't worry, Chad. Don't worry. I got this in the bag. There, now he deals a little bit less damage. You are welcome. I'm gonna debuff you now. Ha! Your days are over. Now you deal a little bit less damage. Oh my god. Oh, and Spur Rapier. Nice. We won that fight because I debuffed the Revenant. There are a ton of enemies on site. I'm gonna debuff them all. Haha. Where the fuck are they? Silly Iron Eye, that's because you cannot debuff. You would have won if he had the fucking damage debuff. And just wait until I find bombs. Oh boy, when I find bombs, things are gonna get fucking nasty when I fight bombas. Oh look, it's an enemy that cannot be inflicted with status effects. Oh wait, I think I can inflict rot on him. Huh. Don't worry. I got this in the bag. Look. Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah. Don't worry, bro. Gotcha. He actually did something very useful. No way. No one is more useful than this scholar. I sincerely do not understand why this man doesn't have a fucking A scaling or something in dexterity. Or any other stat for that matter. S scaling with items. Wow. Aha, I debuffed them, chat. They're done. He's done. He was done, and all because I debuffed him. My mere presence, my mere scholar presence, killed those enemies. No! You leave him alone! Oh, this is where I shine. I don't have ultimates. Oh, I think someone did the same thing I do, but instantly with iframes and with much more damage as well. Who was it, Chad? Could he have possibly been this guy? I'm not sure, Chad. I'm not convinced. Look, my brain is big, like really big. Dora the Scholar. Can you say personaje de mierda?
No.
Oh, Chad, Mog is gonna get it so bad. We're clearly are winning because of my debuffs. Look at this. You're nothing. You're nothing next to the fucking scholar. Kneel before my power to debuff enemies. Don't worry, Chad. I'm gonna buy bombs. Clearly all we need is items. Eat my fire bombs, bitch. Yeah. You like that? You like my 200 damage, which I also do with my regular attacks? Oh yeah, you do. Ah yeah. Big mummies. No match for for the scholar. Don't worry, chat. I got this. Don't worry, chat. I got this. Did my ult fail? I think my ult failed because they were in iframes. Don't worry, chat. I got them. Ha, see? See? All thanks to me. All thanks to me. Why are you bowing? You didn't do anything. Kneel to the scholar. Kneel. The scholar is so powerful that it crashed the game. No fucking way.